Yeah, the question on Donald Trump, because he's been in heavy construction projects, Atlantic City, New York City, you can't deal with that unless you deal with the mafia, or what is called the mafia. You know, underground payoffs, bribes, trying to get permits, trying to get work rules suspended, unions. Mark Green knows a lot about this. You can talk to him. It has been. David K. Johnston raised it. He was a famous tax reporter for the New York Times, and he's left since then. He's won all the prizes. He did. It's on the web. I think he did 21 criticisms of Donald Trump's business career. But you're right. It's funny. You get certain exposés and they just die off. They don't have much of a shelf life. It's as if the media says, "Oh, well, the Times has already done it. Why should we do it a week later, 3 weeks later, 5 debates later?" It disappears. And that's true for a lot of politicians. It isn't just Reagan who has a Teflon. It's true for a lot of politicians. It's true for Hillary Clinton. I mean, her foreign policy crimes are not being repeated. I mean, she's never met a war she hasn't liked, and she's never met a weapon system she hasn't liked. Completely different from her early years after she graduated from Wellesley, anti-Vietnam War, and all the rest. And the same is true for a lot of the other candidates. They have horrendously bad things. And it comes out once and then hardly ever gets repeated again. And one reason is that they've turned us into spectators, so we don't have a role. Like you don't have a role. And if you're in a blue state, you'll never see a Republican candidate. And if you're a red state, you'll never see a Democratic candidate. And that's 40 states. Fortunately, in Florida, you don't have that problem, because you're a swing state. But when millions of voters are basically turned into spectators, they can't inject these things week after week so that people can make up their minds on a fuller factual basis. Yes.
You've covered Trump and you've mentioned Hillary. What do you think of Bernie Sanders?
Well, I do. You know, Bernie Sanders has always supported the kind of work we've done. He's walked the talk. You know, he has a good voting record in Congress. He's very good on single payer, full Medicare. He's very good on cracking down on corporate crime, dealing with high drug prices, expanding Social Security, a public works program with millions of jobs, changing the tax system to pay for it, reducing empire abroad. He's always been a little skittish on some foreign policy, but he's going to have to flesh that out if he's going to expand his presence in the next few weeks. But you see, the system is rigged against him. Anybody who controls the apparatus of the primary machinery, and you have to have a lot of people on the ground for that. You have to have a lot of weeks preparation. Can erect non-meritorious hurdles against somebody like Bernie Sanders. Now, he is going to raise more money as an insurgent candidate than any candidate in American history. He's going to probably raise $75 million in small contributions. He refuses to go to any fat cat party, fundraising party. He wouldn't have the personality for it anyway. Imagine Bernie Sanders glad-handed. I mean, he hasn't returned my call for 15 years. He won't even socialize with us.